Hi, I'm tomce the Scrapper, and I've got a few questions here from a few people asking me about scrapping. The first question I've got is, why did you get into scrapping and how long have you been scrapping for? Well, to answer the question, I've been scrapping for 16 years. The way I got into scrapping was when I was a young teenager. I used to collect aluminium cans for a bit of pocket money. And one day I was at the scrapyard cashing in my cans, and I saw a truck coming in full of this yellow shiny wire, like full of it. And I mean the coils were like about that thick, like that. And I asked the fellow that was driving the truck, I asked him, "What are you doing with all this wire?" And he said, "This is called copper wire, which I'm gonna sell." And I looked at him and I thought to myself, like, what are you on about? What do you mean copper? And then the bloke at the scrapyard told me, he said, "I'll give you a list of things that you can bring in here and make money off." So there was a list on there. There was aluminium, there was copper, there was die cast aluminium, die cast brass, there was surf brass, there was normal brass, there was honey brass, there was stainless steel, installation cables, and the list just goes on and on and on and on. And the reason and after that, I got into scrapping, so I started going around and collecting cables and stainless steel sinks and aluminium and stuff like that. So that's how I got into scrapping. 16 years ago I got into it, and 16 years later I'm still into it. The other question I've got is, it says, "Aren't you embarrassed going to picking up scrap off the streets?" Actually, I've been doing that for, like I said, 16 years, collecting scrap off the streets, and I've got no shame of it. I'm not embarrassed of it. I've got no shame, and I've got no problem doing it. Well, the way to do it is you drive around your town or other towns or your suburbs or whatever. If you see something that looks like scrappable, you pick up. If it even looks good and it's not scrappable, you pick up, and you can also do it you can sell it also on eBay or go at the markets or something. But you always have to be careful when you're picking up things off the street. You have to be careful in case you hurt yourself. There may be a lot of things on the side of the road which I'm not allowed to mention, and that's about it. The next question is, do people scream at you when you pick their stuff up off the side of the street? Yes and no. It just depends to the person, and it also depends to the person that throws rubbish out. Some people are nice. They'll actually come out and help you take the things what you want. They'll help you load it into your car or into your trailer or ute or whatever. There's other people that will come out that will just scream at you, "Get away from my rubbish! I don't want you going from my rubbish. You want something for nothing, you bloody gypsy, bloody idiot, this and that." Although those people you ignore. If they do things like that, you jump in your car or truck, whatever, drive around the block. When they go back inside, you go back there and you take it. But generally, the people that actually scream at you that picking up the scrap are actually people that don't want to do nothing, that are lazy bums, that sit at home all day and watch Jerry Springer. That's the kind of people they are. The next question is, why do you stutter a lot when you do your videos, and why do your eyes look puffy and you see I'm blocked? Well, the reason my eyes look puffy and I stutter a lot when I do my videos and my nose sounds blocked is that I've got hay fever, and I always have to have a bowl of water with me, like I do now. That my throat is getting dry, and I'm sorry, but I've got to have a drink first. I'm sorry for this, but I've got to do it, otherwise I'll start stuttering. Sorry about that, folks, but I have to do it. That's the reason. And when I'm outside scrapping, and because there's so much dust there, and I'm always around grass, and there's a lot of pollen and stuff like that, it just puffs up my eyes and stuffs up my nose and makes my throat really dry, and so that's the reason. And I also have a bit of a stuttering problem, so that's the reason. The next question is, why do I like scrapping? Why do I like scrapping? Well, I like scrapping for a few reasons, a couple of reasons. One reason is I like scrapping because it gets me outside, it gets me active. Yeah, I'm doing something. The second reason, I make some money out of it. The third reason is I get to go around and see other towns and other people, and I'll find things that I've probably never seen before. Like some antiques, sometimes I find antiques, sometimes I find other things, stuff like that. The last question, sorry folks, I can't really see this. It's, do you make good money out of scrapping? Well, that's a personal question, but all I can say is I make enough for myself. That's all. I'm making enough for myself to get myself going and get me by, and that's it. Oh, sorry folks, there's one more question here. And the question is, how long will I be planning on doing scrapping for? Well, I'll be doing scrapping as long as I can. I've been doing it since I was about 15, 16 years old, and I'm 30 now, so I've been doing it for almost 16 years. So I'll be doing it until I can or until I stop. Have I been doing anything else besides scrapping? Yes, before I was a scrapper, I was a landscaper. I was also a handyman, and I was also a builder's labourer. But the reason I got into scrapping was that it was less headaches. I get to work for myself when I want, how I want, and why I want. I don't have to listen to anyone, do this, do that, and that's about it. Until next time, I'm Tomce the Scrapper. Scrap on, dudes.